Arise, O giants of Tesco, your knowledge found springs forth. Our minds and
I was
hands
admitted to GSTS on the 16th of September 1966, and I entered Vanapoi House. That was my first house. We went to the years, Form 5 to the O level, whatever for 6th form, and I was sent to IE House and elected the senior prefect of the school. First day on campus was very, very, very turbulent. There was a senior called, he brushed my face right in front of my dad, who brought me to the school, and I wept. And later they had a Ross night. Ross night, you wear all sort of funny dresses, and then you go to the assembly hall to entertain the whole school. It was a very turbulent time for us as young first years. You know, there was a paper called Sunday Mirror. I was reading this paper, and I saw a school with Army connection. That was an article on the school with Army connection. You saw the GSTS ovals and the Royal Palms. I said, this school, I have to die with this school. Army connection. That's how I chose GSTS. Well, when I arrived in GSTS, that time the government in place was National Liberation Council, which overthrew Kwame Nkrumah. The head prefect, or the senior prefect of the school, was General Ankra, who was the head of state's son. And I was really impressed that me, a small boy from some village school, has come to the same school as the head of state's son. Aero modeling, it was a way of introducing us to flight, how aeroplanes fly. That was very, very encouraging, and actually gave me the idea that one day I will have to fly, and that's what I did. 450 students. All the blocks were there, including Block 4. So was also there, and in fact, all the buildings you see now were all there, except the new ones that you've added. GSTS was purely science and technical school. So we did woodwork and metalwork, technical drawing, physics, chemistry, mathematics, additional mathematics, and later they introduced history, biology. One of them was a headmaster. The second headmaster I met, Mr. Dominic Victor Uridu. He gave me a lot of information. He was my personal friend, beside many other teachers, of course. Yeah, Mr. Edu Ampoma, we call him Ampo. He was the first headmaster I met. In fact, he was the third headmaster of, the third Ghanaian headmaster of the school. Edu Ampoma was a very, very, very fearful character. In fact, we were informal, we did not even get near his shadows. Our seniors were even scared of him. We had students from all over, Nigeria, Kenya, and West Africa, some West African countries. Yes. In fact, we have Indians, Polish. Some of them were our mates in the early forms. So it was just an international school virtually, and not only a Ghanaian school. So it was a science, technical school. Yeah. So we did all the science subjects, and then did the technical subjects. We were calling ourselves Junior University of Science and Technology. We had all, in fact, it was one of the two government schools we had in Ghana at the time. So life was very cozy here, very, very cozy. Yes, we created a special table for athletes called Athletes Table. You'll be surprised that I found myself on that table, though I was one of the laziest students in the school. And I have to explain. What happened was that I caught the heart of the sports master. I was always jogging in the morning. So he said, this young guy, so much sportive. So when the Athletes Table was created, he said, I should also join them. And the rest of my colleagues didn't understand. KK, Athletes Table, no way. I said, well, I've been asked to come. So I was there enjoying myself quietly with the athletes. We were always topping the Western region athletes. It was automatic that GSTS would be first in athletics. Since yesterday, we have been telling them about the same thing, hard work, learn hard, that sort of thing. This morning, they heard about health. Some of us are healthy now because we did not do those things when we were young.
And minds and hands, oh, GSTS with
I was in GSTS 1966. I did the O-level to 1971, came back and did the A-level to 1973. like our time, I did the science program, and concerning the technical subjects, I did the metal work. I have to confess that our time at GSTS was very interesting. I remember Saturdays after breakfast, we were asked to go for hobbies, and you choose hobbies that are encouraging. We had the metalwork hobby, the woodwork, the photography, and so many of them. And you choose as you will, and you choose hobbies that open your mind outside classroom work. But incidentally, I hear it is not so these days. But at the time, it helped us a lot. We had our own studio for films, and we could develop things here by ourselves. And that was fine. So that is it on here. From GSTS, I had to go to UST for 4 years, and I did BSc in physics. After BSc in physics, I was supposed to have been posted, and unfortunately, I was posted to Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS, my old school. And I was happy because my parents, I lived in Takoradi, and so I could easily stay at home and then come to teach. And later, after the service, I decided to continue. And then, after 3 years of doing the teaching, I had a strong conviction that I should still stay on in the teaching profession. These days, somebody will say that God revealed it to me, but I don't want to sound spiritual. I had a strong conviction to continue. So I had to go to Kekrebesi University to do a 1-year course in education, and then came back. That was in 1980-81. And ever since that time, I had been at GSTS. I had occupied position as a 4 master, later a house master. Later, I became a senior house master, became assistant headmaster, academic, and then finally became the headmaster of the school after Mr. Isaac Adams left. So I was headmaster of the school in 1996, 1st November. And ever since that time, I have done the best I can to keep the school going. When I became a headmaster, I decided that from our experience, every year when we were students, we had a speech and prize giving day. And that encouraged the school students to learn. People wanted their names to be called for prizes. So I decided as a headmaster, I will make sure that this goes on. So ever since I became a headmaster from 1996, I had organized a yearly Prize and Prize Giving Day. And I think that this had a positive effect on the students. And many of them who were initially not taking academic work serious decided to, because everybody wanted to get a prize. It is true not everybody can get it, but everybody wanted to get a prize. And so at least they did some study. And along the line, when I realized that many were doing well but couldn't have prizes because a subject prize was only one, what I did was that apart from the subject prizes, those who were qualified to get prizes, I had to take 10 for every program, 10 students, and then award them prizes too. I had a name I gave them, but I haven't forgotten. Is it for proficiency? I had even we use a certain word. The one who gets the prize in maths is only one person, but those other 10 who also get in prize in mathematics, we give that, I think, for proficiency. And so that encouraged everybody, and everybody, as many people could get prizes. As at that time, our number was not too big as today. I remember when I became the headmaster, I made a decision that I will not go above a school population of 1,300, making an average of 400 per year group. And I saw to it. Now when the SHS and others also came, I adjusted the figures and maintained that figure should still be the same. So at the time of election, for people wanting admission, many people will come here with quite good grades, but because I had to reach the target, we couldn't take them because I didn't want the school to be flooded. Because I realized how much the class size mattered, and it was quite good. So I think we did our best. I did my best and maintained it. A lot of queries came from head office and from old boys on parents. Just add a little, top it a little, but I was insistent. I made enemies, I made friends out of that, but it was all for the good of the school. So I think with the school and with a little of my own experience here, that is what I would say. Because GSTS was also it's a secular school, it's not like a religious school, like a Methodist school, Catholic school, whatever, like some schools are. I knew the importance of religion or in the life of my children. So I gradually helped, even though we were a distance, we gradually helped and indirectly encouraged the Methodist Church to give us a minister who became a chaplain for the school. It had been on earlier, but things had gone down. But we revived it, and as I speak now, Methodist Church Ghana gives us a chaplain who is a chaplain, and then does his own private, normal classroom work. And he was taking care of the spiritual needs of the students, and then also doing his normal teaching in whatever subject area he's involved in. So that is it. And that apart, we wanted an all-round school. So we also encourage people to take to athletics and other activities. So we encourage athletes, like we know, we give them special tables so that, especially during times of inter-colleges, before that, give them special tables and give them special diets just to encourage them and also to make them physically strong to win. And they have always brought us success. They have always brought us success. And I think that apart, we try to encourage every talent. When it comes to the academic distance too, like we know, I don't remember, at least during my time, any year we didn't have to go for the science and math quiz. Normally, if you don't do well, the next year you are moved out. The school is replaced by another school. But I think they had done very well. And the last year, of my stay, 2012, I knew and I had a feeling that we were going to win the prize, the first place, and we did it. 2012 GSTS, I became the champions of science and math quiz. And I said it was a way of seeing me off, giving me a good distance that my work had not been in vain. So for the first time, earlier on, we had become second. I think 4 years earlier, we had become second, but this time we were first, and it encouraged us. So this is GSTS. And I'm sure we need to get more help to be able to attain much excellence academically and also in the various social things of life. Like we had maintained, Cadet Corps was something which we really needed. And our Cadet Corps really stands out as special. Even not only in Western, but the whole country, our Cadet Corps stand out. So much that when the Ghana Armed Forces wanted to start a military sixth form school, they chose no other school but GSTS because they knew. So in 1970, we started a sixth form school for the military people. They were 1 year my senior. I finished in 71. And so we have a lot of army officers. I'm sure by now many have retired, who came to GSTS. And even though they came from other, they are still proud that they had come to GS. I'm sure they saw the difference between their school and our school. So we are happy about it. And we want to say that I desire that we maintain the history of GSTS and the things that we have done for our nation, Ghana. Well, I said I came to GSTS in September 1966. Why did I choose GSTS? I will say that not really by chance, but one or two things entice me. I go to the Methodist Church, and then GSTS people normally come to the Methodist Church. That is in the morning. That time, I think school services was in the evening. So early morning, those who care to go to Methodist Church, their local churches, go to town. So many times I will see people who are in white, neatly dressed, come to church at Bethel Methodist. Several times. So later I asked, and I was made to realize these are students of GSTS. And the school is a good school. And these people, when they came to town for church service, they comported themselves. And for that reason alone, I was attracted. And I said, no, this school is in my own town. I can go to GSTS and become maybe more like these people are. So seriously, that was the purpose for choosing. Is when I entered that I realized all the technical things, the science programs and the like, which actually initially I wanted. So I fitted in. So the attraction of the way the boys behaved when they came to Methodist Church, Takoradi, encouraged me to choose GSTS. I had not known details about things, but when I came in, I realized the technical program, I realized the science program, and I was at home with those subjects, those programs. So it was good. Those people came and then enticed me to GSTS. On paper, we are supposed to get up at 5:30. But you know, many times students will get up before that time because we wanted extra time to do something, study or something. So by 5:30, we're supposed to be up, do your general cleaning around. And normally we have jobs given to us. Either you go and sweep the classroom, or you sweep the dormitory area, clean up certain. Everybody has something to do. And that kept us busy. And that taught us how to really use our hands and get things going, the environment, to keep it clean. And then, so from there, after your house duties, we have internal inspection. You stand by, or you dress your bed. Make sure that things are prefects or seniors on duty will come and inspect whether things you are fully dressed for an outing or okay for the outing. And then at around 7 something, the bell goes for assembly gathering. We come to assembly for either a church service or for a morning devotion. And then from 7:30, we go straight to classroom. And then at that time, a period was 40 minutes. I hear it's about 1 hour now, but the period was 40 minutes. So at the first 2 periods, we go to the dining hall. And after that, we go back to classroom until the 6th period. That is around 12:10. We break for some time, about 10 minutes break. And then we go to the last 2 periods, 7 and 8 periods. And then go for lunch. And after lunch, we are forced to go for siesta, 1 hour siesta. Whether you like it or not, if you will not even sleep, just lie on your bed. And I think it was good because the mind has been tired the whole day. We need to rest the mind. So after that, around 3 o'clock, we get up. And various houses have been assigned various activities like gardening, like PE that day to do some run around the houses, the field, and things like that. So we do that till about 4 o'clock, or 4:30, I think. And so after that one, so each time between the hours of this, you see students working on their gardening plots, students training on the field, but we do that by houses. Well, maybe house 1 and 2, or Richie and Vanderpoel, maybe we doing some gardening. Upon and Western could be doing some running. Ayi and Dodu also will be doing something else. But that period is used by the school to strengthen us, to make us active. Then around 5:30 we break. 6 o'clock, go and take a shower. 6 o'clock, we go for supper. 6:30 we are through. And that 30 minutes before 7, some of us will be going to scripture in a meeting, some to debating society meeting. Then at 7 we go for prep, evening preparations to 9 o'clock. The juniors were doing this to 8:30, but the seniors to 9 o'clock. And then after that, the juniors will have their lights out at 9 and the seniors 9:30. I hear it's been extended now, but at our time that was it. So that was the normal routine. You get up, do your housework, come for assembly for them if the headmaster or somebody wants to talk to us, and then we go to classes up to around 1:30, take lunch, go for a siesta, then get up again and do some exercise by way of gardening and the like. After 6, we go for lunch. We go for supper. Then from 7, we have a 1.5 hour or 2 hour, depending on whether you're senior or junior, prep. Then after that, you come home. You come to the dormitory for some 30 minutes, and then you go to bed. So juniors were sleeping at, I think, 9, and then seniors 9:30. And the seniors were from Form 3 upwards. The juniors were on Form 1, Form 2. Well, I'm sure many of you have been impressed with the way things happened during our time. And I want to talk to the junior giants, which we call Tescans, because they are the junior giants. We want to encourage you that this is a school that has made a name. And it is for you to come add to that name that has been made. So if you have had the chance to be in GSTS, consider the image that brought you, of GS that brought you here. Consider people who have passed through the school and the way they have so worked to be in very high positions in various fields, the army, medical, engineering, name them. So let these things encourage you. Work hard. And when you do, that alone can give you a good standing in society, and whatever prospects you had desired to get, I'm sure will come to pass. So never take your academics lightly. Get committed to it. And the next thing is that be disciplined. When you are disciplined, all other things will also be put right. So as a student, Tescans, give serious attention to your books and become disciplined to school rules and regulations.
And minds and hands, oh,